What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good Thursday to you. And this Fox Sports set you see behind me is empty right now, but it won't be for long. 2 new morning sports debate shows are on the way. We're going to talk about that in this segment. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that follow button. With the sudden departure of Skip Bayless and the Undisputed ratings going down the toilet, FS1 executives had to come up with something new to make sure that this morning sports debate shows can stay on par, or at least try to compete with ESPN. Well, there are 2 new shows that will be headed your way, sports fans, so check this out. The first one will be called The Facility, and it will air at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central, which was in the same time slot as the now defunct Undisputed, and it will air for 2 hours. It will be led by Emmanuel Acho. He will be joined by LaShawn Shady McCoy, James Jones, and newcomer Chase Daniel, a former NFL quarterback. Again, that show kicks off on September 3rd. What do I think about The Facility? I actually like Emmanuel Acho. Not so much LaShawn Shady McCoy. I think his takes be out there too, be horrible. James Jones is pretty solid, and don't know about Chase Daniel. He's new, so that's going to be the new crew for The Facility. Again, this show begins September 3rd. It will air at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and run for 2 hours. Now, the second new show that's coming is called Breakfast Ball. That also launches Monday. This coming Monday, not September 3rd, but this coming Monday, and it will originally is going to air at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, but next week it will air in Colin Cowherd's time slot at 12 p.m. Eastern because Cowherd will be on vacation. Now, this show, called Breakfast Ball, will be hosted by Craig Carton, who is already with the network. He's been doing a morning show with them since 2022, and he will be joined by NFL analyst Mark Schlereth, as well as newcomer Danny Parkins. Who is Danny Parkins? Did a segment on him last week. He's a Chicago sports talk show host. He did some fill-in for Colin Cowherd on his show on The Herd. A lot of people is high on this on this sports guy. So again, that would be the other new show called The Breakfast Ball. Again, it will originally air at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, but next week it will be airing during Colin Cowherd's time slot. Now, what about the afternoon shows? What's changes going there? Well, since you know that Emmanuel Acho, LaShawn McCoy, and James Jones will now be on The Facility in the mornings, they were on Speak in the afternoons. Well, Joy Taylor is still going to be there, but they're going to add, they moving around. They played musical chairs. Keyshawn Johnson and Paul Pierce will now join Joy Taylor on Speak during the afternoons. Don't know how that's going to work. We'll see. I like Keyshawn. Paul Pierce, not so much. I think his takes are trash too. But again, former NBA great, former NBA champ. So that show will stay in his regular time slot. So Joy Taylor, Keyshawn Johnson, Paul Pierce will be the new crew on the Speak. So again, FS1 has decided to go this route. We're going to see what happens. Again, football, NFL kicks off, 2 weeks from today. People was wondering would they have anyone in place as far as morning sports debate shows. They got it in place. Now we just got to watch and see if the chemistry is going to connect. Again, it takes some time when you're putting all these new people together. The one thing I would say the facility will have over the other ones is at least Emmanuel Acho, LaShawn McCoy, and James Jones have some chemistry from the Speak. So they can kind of build from that and bring Chase Daniel in, and see what happens. And again, so they in that time slot where Undisputed used to be. Can they compete with First Take? It's gonna take a miracle. I think First Take and Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. The margin that they have over all these other, especially at that time slot, is so large. I don't see anyone ever overtaking them, but you never know. You just got to give it time. So FS1, no more Skip Bayless. Shannon Sharp is gone doing his thing. Who is the face of this network for sports debate talk now? It has to be Colin Cowherd and the annoying Nick Wrong, i.e. Nick Wright. He annoys me too. Colin Cowherd, I can stomach a little bit. But I think those two now are the faces of FS1 when you're talking about sports debate shows and hot takes and hot topics. And by the way, I believe Colin Cowherd his contract comes up next summer. So I'm sure they're probably trying to negotiate something to keep him in the fold. So again, 2 new shows headed your way. They kick off. One kicks off Monday, The Facility, which that kicks off on September 3rd. And then The Breakfast Ball, that launches this upcoming Monday. I'd like to know what you guys think about these changes at FS1. Make sure you talk to me in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that follow button.